Hola amigos, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokémon LeafGreen. In this episode, we're going to be tying up a few loose ends. We're not going to go for the Itemfinder just yet. However, there's certain things that I want to get done. Now, the first thing, I think we have to be on the cerulean side of the underground tunnel in order to do this. I'm terrible with control. Yes, we do. Do you have a Nidoran female? Want to trade it for my Nidoran male? So our first in-game trade will be Nidoran female for Nidoran male. In-game trades are actually a great way to fill up your Pokédex and get Pokémon that you normally can't get. Certain Pokémon like Jinx and Farfetch'd can only be caught via in-game trades. Therefore, if you're looking to fill up your Pokédex, make sure to find everyone who wants a trade. But that doesn't matter right now, because we got Nidoran male, which is one more species in our Pokédex. Unlike a lot of generations, actually, hold on. Unlike a lot of generations, you actually are counted on how many you see and how many you own. And you have to own a certain number of Pokemon in order to get progress, and not just see a certain number of Pokemon. This can get a little bit disorienting for people switching from Generation 4 getting the National Dex to Generation 3 getting the National Dex, but hey. Anyway, the next item on our list is actually using up a Thunderstone. But what could we be using it on? We're going to evolve Todd into a Raichu. Not really because I have use for a Raichu, but because I want to fill up the Pokédex, and this leads me to another interesting story. Back in elementary school, I was really big on collecting Pokemon toys. And I still have a number of plush dolls that I have in my house of various Pokemon toys. In fact, I can splice in a picture of probably right about now. And one of them that I really like is a Raichu toy I got named Ricky. Or I named him that. And the reason I liked him is just because it wasn't Pikachu. I was kinda getting sick of Pikachu at the time, so it was a good thing that I got that. I don't really collect the Pokemon toys all that much anymore, but I still would if I could. Do you ever happen to have a Poliwhirl? No, we do not. See, there's somebody in Vermilion that trades Farfetch'd for Spearow, and I think somebody on the route where you get Flash, who will, I think it's Abra for Mr. Mime. But once again, I'm not that sure. Moving swiftly on. Actually, I think it's time we check in at the daycare, and I've been running around in circles, haven't I? But maybe we should check in at the daycare, see how, Magikarp is doing. You son of a motherless goat. Do we have a caught Pokemon? No, we do not. I will be right back. Okay, we're here, and your Magikarp has grown quite a lot. Level 8. That's still not excellent. But hey, you know? I guess it's something. Now, something else I didn't touch upon, actually, so far, is another interesting alternative way to get Pokemon. This is basically going to be the alternative way to get Pokemon episode, isn't it? Actually, the Game Corner. The Game Corner, as you remember correctly, is a casino. And it's where we, fought against Team Rocket. But we're actually going to be testing at the slot machines. Now, one thing to note is, if you're playing the European version of... Alright, let me explain. Starting with the European version of Platinum, the English versions of Pokemon games have had the Game Corner's slot machines replaced with other various things. But slot machines have always existed in the Japanese versions. Gold, Silver, and Crystal, I believe, are the only games that give you two different options. One of them is a card flipping game, similar to Roulette, and... no, wait, actually, there's two games that have two different options, Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and the, Hoenn games as well. The Hoenn games give you a roulette and a slot machine, and the Gold, Silver, and Crystal games give you a card flip thing and a slot machine, if I remember correctly. Most games only have one game, and I don't think Black and White have any. Okay, but... let's play slots. So basically, combos that are explained here, you get 8 coins for Voltorb and Staryu, 15 for Pikachu and Snorlax, 6 for 2 cherries, 2 for 1 cherries, 100 for Rocket, and 300 for triple sevens. And, this isn't as refined as the, Generation 4, Sinnoh region slot machine, but it's still a good way to waste time and coins. And, you know, overall it's great. The more you pay, the higher your chances of winning. You just gotta be careful. Because you could only be running on 1 coin. Ooh. If you're really rich, all you have to do is just buy coins, and then, all you have to really do is buy coins and exchange them for prizes next door. Ooh, suspicious. You can get various Pokemon such as Abra, Clefairy, Pinsir, Dratini, and Porygon. If you're playing Fire Red version, Porygon costs 9,999 coins, while in Leaf Green it only costs 6,500 coins. I have no idea why this is. Maybe it's just different values from comparing the original Red and Green and Blue versions? I have no idea. So, I think it's time for, I don't know. By the way, this spot right here is where you could get the leftovers if you were, if you have the Itemfinder, which we should probably try to get. But first, I feel like biking. Biking down to Fuchsia, where we can actually get our Pokédex filled up quite a bit by fishing, as well as the Safari Zone. One thing I did neglect to mention, however, is this route down here that is also filled with trainers. All the trainers here are bird catchers, bird keepers, who use various kinds of Pokemon. Actually, I came here to slightly fill up the Pokédex and get Rocksteady some experience. You can actually catch some Pokemon on this route as well. A lot of flying type Pokemon on this route. So let's see what one of them is. Fearow! Ooh. Should we attempt to catch? I think we should. Though I'm probably going to kill it, because Rocksteady is amazing! Rocksteady, you are beautiful. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. And actually, this route is a pretty good way to, get Pokemon that you normally couldn't get otherwise. In fact, I'd suggest going to... If you're trying to get all the items really quickly, go to every route. Because the routes often have Pokemon that you haven't seen, or probably haven't caught yet and stuff. It's great. It's a great way to do things. Now, Fearow is not really as useful as Pidgeot is, but still a reliable Pokemon, I guess. Actually, you know what I want to do? I'm gonna go do the Safari Zone again. I'm gonna do the Safari Zone again. And actually, catch some more Pokemon that we haven't seen yet. I'm probably gonna cut to all the interesting catches we get. So, you're probably gonna see a lot of cuts in a row. Please do not be alarmed. This is only a test of the emergency broadcast system. Let's go into the Safari Zone. Let's do this. One thing I didn't mention is various items you can get on your second visit to the Safari Zone. For instance, one nugget. And in fact, there's a lot of things that you may have missed if you were rushing to get Surf. Now that you have a bit more of an opportunity to take it slow and find useless Pokemon we already have, it can be a pretty good way to, wow, really? It can be a pretty good way to, fill up your not only fill up your Pokedex, but also fill up your items as well. By the way, where's our old, Good Rod? There we go. Pokemon's on the hook. And, ooh, Poliwag. Sure, let's use a Pokeball. Poliwag evolves into Poliwhirl, which, if you, hadn't guessed already, we can trade to get Jinx. Interesting. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. Speaking of Pokemon we can catch in the water, Goldeen. Can't believe we haven't caught one yet. Goldeen is an attack-oriented water type. If you're trying to look for Pokemon to train for attack stat on, Goldeen is a good one. And Seaking, its evolved form, is an even better one to train if you're trying to get a high attack Pokemon. Goldeen's original signature move was Waterfall as well, so that's a little bit of something. Nidorina! The evolved form of Nidoran female. We're gonna catch one of these only for completion's sake, but Nidorina and Nidorino both evolved into fantastic Pokemon, by the way, which I may actually show off because now we have one of each. Ooh, Slowpoke. Slowpoke is Pokemon that I kinda wanted to catch. Actually, just for the novelty of Slowpoke. All of the naming novelties I could do. And we caught it! Incredibly slow and dopey. Therefore, it's probably a fantastic idea to name it... There we go. I've done my nation proud. Speaking of doing the nation proud, we're almost at our goal of 30 Pokemon. But wait, you may be asking, what other Pokemon exist in the Safari Zone? Well, I want to find and catch Tauros. Or something like Tauros, Parasect, Chansey. You know, the usual, the usual. Well, let's cross over here and... Are there any items in these houses, actually? Tossing rocks at a Pokemon might make them run, but they'll be easier to catch. Okay. They will make more Pokemon than likely to stick around if they get busy eating. But I didn't see any Pokemon I wanted. Okay. Item Ball. Gotta get it. But I gotta interrupt. Maybe the Item Ball attacked. Oh. Never mind, it's only a Venonat. I'll toss a rock at it, actually. See what happens. It's angry because I was trying to do type weaknesses. Oh no. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna catch this Venonat if our life depends on it. I said we're gonna catch this Venonat. There we go. Alrighty. There we go, and we also found a Max Potion. Max Potion is probably one of the best items you can get. And it's pretty useful for getting to the Elite Four. I think we may have caught everything we wanted here, but you know what? I can always check around, find a few more things. Found a Max Revive, and actually, you know what? Since we have 30 Pokemon now, we should probably leave the Safari Zone. Did you catch your fair share? Yes, I most certainly did. So, without further ado, let's go over to where we need to go. And where we need to go is Vermilion City. Why Vermilion City, you may be asking? Well, there's certain reasons. Certain methods to my madness, I guess you could say. I think I got all the trainers out of the way on Route 11, I'm pretty sure. No I didn't. Okie dokie then, alright. What the hell kind of name is Braxton? Kids, if any of you in the audience are named Braxton, I do feel sorry for you, I truly do. Braxton. It's not even a name, that sounds like, I don't even know. Braxton. Sounds like a ton of Brax. Like you've got some weird accent and you're trying to say that it's a ton of bricks. But you have very bad English, so it's a Brixton. But it's a Braxton. Like if you shat Brax. Brax. Ah, I sound like oh god, I sounded like a pterodactyl. And yes, I realized I just said pterodactyl and not just pterodactyl. You know what, sue me. I like saying pterodactyl. It's something. It gives me something to do. Why can't you be happy for me? I thought you loved me. Oh, there's someone out there who loves you. What am I even talking about? I don't know, like I get into saying certain things and then all of a sudden, like my commentary just becomes a rambling, incoherent response to something. I don't know, I guess that's kind of the charm or something, because I mean, it's starting to work. I've gotten quite a few subscribers recently. You know what, just to clear out all the trainers. Come at me, bro. I'm the best in my class. I train every morning. Derp. Okay. Well, youngster Yasu. Once again, Yasu. What kind of name is that? Well, Yasu's probably like, I don't know, Japanese or like Oriental or something. The same can't be said for Braxton. Maybe Braxton really is a Japanese name or something and I'm just not in tune with that. Just like Braxton son. Braxton-kun! Braxton! Shogun! Or something like that. Oh my god, I've just offended an entire nation. Oh, great. It's good to see that my mouth has, no filter whatsoever. And ooh, Raticate. But we've already seen Raticate, so you know what? Strength. Souls, give me strength. Rocksteady is the carrier of Soul Edge. Oh noes.
Darn, my Pokemon need to be stronger. Yup.
And that's just great. Does me good to crush a kid's hopes and dreams. Aiming to reach Lavender Town, take Rock Tunnel. You can get to Rock Tunnel from Cerulean. Or I could just go north, you twat. I think he's in here. Yes, he is. Hi, remember me? I'm one of Professor Oak's assistants. If your Pokédex has complete data on 30 species, I'm supposed to give you a reward. The Itemfinder! Yes! Yes, we have! Yes, we have! 30 items! There are items in the ground that may be hidden from view. Use the Itemfinder to detect any hidden... Seeing it is a bit located, it shows the direction of where the item is. Ooh. So without further ado, let's finally register the Itemfinder. And I'll tell you what. There's an item buried underfoot. Dug up the leftovers! Hooray! I think the item finder requires charging, or no, it doesn't in this generation. I was pretty sure that in one generation it required you to charge it. Which, frankly, is a little bit strange, but hey. You know, I can't account for those kinds of things. Sometimes you have to eat the waffles that you've been given. Speaking of waffles, let's get our second leftovers. Hoo-ha! Now, as I've said before, leftovers is a fantastic hold item, and I think I'm going to equip it to somebody right now. Let's go equip this to... Rocksteady! And leftovers will restore 1/16 of the Pokemon's max HP each turn. Great item to have. Especially if your Pokemon has exactly 160 health. That means they get 10 health each turn. See? Math. But I think we're gonna end it here, because this has been kind of a long episode and I didn't really get to do everything. But in the next episode, our goal is actually to... I think our goal will be leveling up Rocksteady a bit more. As well as exploring some routes and finding some items that we hadn't gotten. So that's for the next episode. Until then, this is Tails Ragas signing out. Take care.